Reggae.
With only 2 defeats, De Los.
Our sportsmanship, they banged gloves in a show of extreme dislike.
I mean, they both used to, so, you know.
Wanted to say something height of Alvarez's trunks, so maybe Arce just figured, okay, I'll take care of it during the fight. Man.
Alvarez forever will.
I'm sure I won that fight. In my mind, I treated the natural instinct of the fighter.
Yeah, definitely, because I remember when I boxed Evander Holyfield, first fight, definitely felt I won that fight. The world actually seen who the better fighter was.
An atrocity long since forgotten.
Arce has not jumped on Alvarez as many expected as yet. Well, he's blood coming from various parts of his head to each other. There was that
Arce and Hussein, a blood-curdlingly violent fight in which the finish. And so as Larry says, he's no stranger to fighting with blood on him and eventually blood on the opponent.
You wonder if Arce isn't doing Alvarez. He's almost 36. He had difficulty making the weight, which indicates that training may not have gone well.
Well, it's about his own. Perhaps he has a certain respect for the fact that Alvarez weighs 115, or weighed in at 115, outweighed him by 4 pounds yesterday, which could create at least a small power differential.
See, when you have to lose weight, it's always easier to get cut because you don't have that liquid to help you.
Right, Lennox?
Yeah, definitely the swelling.
People wondered, you know, there were sides in the fight. Why Vargas was the one who had to lose 40 or 45 pounds to get ready for the gym rat whose skin will never change, right?
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, some guys don't prepare for it because they need to get hits. You know, some last 4 weeks before a fight, some boxers don't like to spar. What happens, they get their face used to getting punched.
And now Larry to apply a little bit more pressure in the fight, but Alvarez has been very skilled so far and has landed some good left hook by Arce. Comes back with a left hook to the body. Now Arce really beginning to let his hands go as he backs out.
Some good defense. He's not getting hit with no silly punches, which is good.
Like there, where he's blocking some of those or only letting them graze him. Is a professional for Alvarez.
Right. Both guys throwing consistently, and both guys 81, 156. And Alvarez is very active against the more aggressive Arce, at least in the latter part of the second round. Good right hand over the top by Jorge Arce. And a left hook upstairs by Arce, starting to back Alvarez up more and more. Right hand lands for Arce. Alvarez. Body shot lands for Arce. Alvarez with a right to the body. Arce comes back with a 4-punch flurry and hammers Alvarez with that left hook to the body. Lennox, I've decided that if I can have one weapon in my next life to help me toward greater advantages in my existence, it would be the left hook to the body. I believe you'll win more fights and persuade more people with that punch than any other.
I know some people would probably want to pick the right hand.
Well, the right hand's a bigger factor in the heavyweight division, that's for sure.
Definitely.
But I'm no heavyweight. Round 3 of the scheduled 12, and Jorge Arce and Rosendo Alvarez are beginning to trade willy-nilly, as we expected was going to be the case.
Arce trying to impose his strength on Alvarez.
Left hook to the body.
Arce throws a good left hook. There's some good conviction behind that left hook, especially when he throws it and he kind of swoops it around.
Yeah, he's got power on his left hook. And his power is rising as the fight goes on.
He's got good leverage in his...
They are talking to each other. They are taunting. They are insulting each other. This is a grudge match. Solid right hand by Arce walked right through it.
I thought it lifted his right leg off the canvas for a moment, but he comes right back.
And drives Alvarez back toward the corner with a series of power shots. And Alvarez seems to be handling Arce's, as you said, Lennox, that heavily leveraged left hook.
And for some,
In the beginning of the fourth round of a terrific fight so far between Arce and Alvarez. And Harold Letterman, how do you have it through it?
Okay, Jim, 2 rounds to 1, 29, 28. Landed some real good shots, but really picked it up. Drove Alvarez into the ropes, kept the pressure on, landed the hardest shots. Now, as to the cut over Arce's right eye, Vic Draculish never said that it was a headbutt. If that cut gets worse, Arce loses on a TKO.
No, indeed, the Nevada State Athletic Commission put up a sign saying that the cut was caused by a punch. Arce, and our replay confirmed that, and Arce threw more than 120 punches in the second round, more than 130 punches in the third round, and once again they are letting their hands go freely here in the fourth. Lennox, you agree with?
Yeah, he's definitely controlling the fight. He's throwing a lot more ineffective. This is what is looking good. He's not getting hit with too many punches, which is great, but when it comes to punches.
Landed a flush right hand there. Now as we watch them continue to fight and ensue with Floyd Mayweather, would you say that the world's best fighter is becoming more adept at saying the right thing?
I think in his 10th year as a pro, he really said it's not only what you do in the ring, although it's how you communicate to your life. Lines are about what happens in the ring and not outside the ring. And I think he feels that he had to pay a lot of dues to win the unofficial title of best fighter in the world pound for pound, and he sort of seems a little bit more responsible about it all now.
And between rounds, we expect to hear Larry talking to the opponent for Floyd Mayweather Jr. Incidentally, one of our cameramen on the ring apron is that Arce's girlfriend hits him harder than box numbers through 4. 110 punches per round, and most of them are power punches, and he's landing at an appreciable decision. So Alvarez is going to have to hope that his well-chosen counter punches, landing flush frequently as they are, can hurt Arce as the fight goes on.
The fight we saw a couple of months ago, ending flyweight, but he couldn't make it. He decided that that was enough. He didn't want any more of this from a young guy. Let's see how Alvarez does this.
Helpful to boxing, is popular and has a large fan. Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones. Should Floyd
Obviously give the public what they want. Like you said, he's an entertainer, in his words, shine, and he's definitely doing a good job at that.
You know, Jim, I don't know why there isn't room to have a lot of time between fights. And even when they're training, they have time on their hands. So you don't have to do one to the exclusion of the other. Although certainly freezing out the media because he says he had to concentrate on the fight itself.
Well, I mean, some people think that he was saying that just to justify what he had said after losing to Baldomir in January, which was, I had to do too many interviews last week of the fight.
Media, I'm really focused. I just want to go in there and get the job done. I can talk to the media afterwards, after I
you show up and you know,
He said it affected him, so, you know, this time
he is trumpeting for him, and if so, mentally prepared, as Larry told you, not at stake. Weighed in at 100.
One of the crazy, but this is the flyweight champion. Is an interim champion, a sub-champion. We can't get enough.
More belts, right?
More belts here, and sometimes the more the sadder.
This is beginning to be.
fight. He's throwing a lot of punches. I'm surprised. This round kind of took the punch count a bit lower, but
Jose Cotto in the preceding fight. Arce's been throwing 125, 130 punches in the round. Just imagine.
I think anybody can keep up with me.
Oh, left hook to the body, and Alvarez puts the knee down.
Alvarez actually told his corner.
Same thing.
that.
Writing finite to his career after a moment very much like that one. Out we've seen tonight. Julio Cesar Chavez starched his opponent with Hopkins against Oscar De La Hoya. Remember Arturo Gatti against Leonard Doring?